Hey everybody, it's McGann, and real quick, because everybody always asks me about this shirt, it is the Sailor Moon girls in a Sailor Scouts t-shirt in the shape of a Girl Scout logo. I love Sailor Moon, and I used to be a Girl Scout leader, so it was like my favorite shirt for the longest time. That's not an endorsement, I just really like this shirt, and I think it's out of print now, so sorry you can't get one. And today's Book-Tube-a-Thon featured review is The Reason I Jump by Naoki Higashida. God, I can't pronounce anything. Naoki Higashida. And it is introduced by David Mitchell. I can pronounce that one just fine. Anyways, The Reason I Jump is written by a 13-year-old Japanese boy with autism. And a lot of my more faithful followers already know this, but I have a 9-year-old daughter with autism. So I wanted to do at least one book that really hit home and really had a purpose for me. And that is The Reason I Jump this time. I don't know, it's like it's blurring out from the light of the screen. Can you see it? Mostly the book is a Q&A where this young boy answers questions that he gets a lot. Some of them are pretty redundant, like it's just the same question and mostly the same answer, just rephrased or reworded a little bit. But it crushes my soul right from the beginning when the boy says, "I wish autism could just be considered a personality trait because then my life would be so much better." And he does write some short stories in here as well, and it's like some of them will really make you think if you stop to, really consider what he's saying. But short stories aside, the question and answer part is really insightful. And there are things in here that, like, I wouldn't have even considered, but it makes sense hearing it from him. Like question 44, what do you think about running races? And part of his answer is, the reason I can't run well once I'm aware of needing to run isn't to do with my nerves. My problem is that as soon as I try to run fast, I start thinking about how I ought to be moving my arms and legs, and then my whole body freezes up. I will tell you firsthand, every year my daughter goes to school and she's like, I want to join track team again this year. And I'm like, are you sure? You really seem to hate it. You get out there and you run like a cartoon character, like a really fat cartoon caricature from some old Looney Tunes kind of cartoon, just and she's never very fast. She never seems very interested in it, but she always wants to do it. She always says how much fun she had after she does it. Even though while she's doing it, it's like pulling teeth out to actually get her to run and try and move quickly. But if her brother's chasing her around, then she's poof, off like a shot and she's running around like nobody's business. And I never thought about it before, but his description of it makes so much sense to me now. And that's really kind of helping me understand my daughter and understand other people with autism. But you also have to keep in mind that if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Just because Higashida describes it one way doesn't mean that it's standard across the board for every person with autism, because it is a spectrum disorder. So it's almost like looking at snowflakes, like they all might look the same to you, but if you put them under a microscope, they're all completely different. And the book's a little bit strange with its format because I've never quite read almost like an interview question and answer thing with artwork and little stories popped in here and there. So it's definitely different, it's unique, it's autobiographical-ish, but it's really showing you what inside the mind of this 13-year-old autistic boy is like. And that is something truly, truly incredible to experience. And like I said before, even as a parent to a child with autism, there's stuff I read in this book that it kind of blew my mind to see that other perspective of it. And it was actually kind of shocking to learn how little from their perspective I knew. So if you have great empathy for other people, you want to learn about autism, or you just kind of want to see what it's like. What is it really like to have autism or Asperger's or something where your brain doesn't do quite the same thing as everyone else's? Then The Reason I Jump is definitely a great book that you are going to want to check out. Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. We're expanding, so I have to plug our other channels. Total, we have the Fangirl, dealing primarily with movies and shows, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming, and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Links are in the description, and we would love to see you at all three channels. Okay, I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to like, subscribe, and share this video. We have tons of material across our various channels that you are fully encouraged to go check out. And if somehow you can't get enough of me, please connect with me on Instagram at sayhalogoodbye or Twitter at _Fanily.